Hey there, it's In the Kitchen with Dana, and today we're going to make a really easy Dutch crumb apple pie using all Aldi products. It's simple, it's fast, and it's amazingly delicious. So let's take a look at the lineup. You're going to need to have a pie crust, and you can find this in the refrigerated section. You're going to need the 21-ounce can of Baker's Corners apple pie filling, and I also add a teaspoon of cinnamon and sugar, which I also bought at Aldi and pre-mixed. You will also need Countryside Creamery sweet cream butter, as well as sugar and flour, and that's going to be for your Dutch crumb topping. Now let's take a look at how this is done. First of all, you want to go ahead and let your crust come to room temperature. Then, as I've already done, you'll unfold it. I took it out of this package, unfold it, and put it into the pie shell itself, the glass dish. Now, if it has any rips, you're simply going to use a little water to repair it. That's not a big deal. And then put a few holes in the bottom, pricking it with a fork. That's ready and waiting for us. The next part of this is really simple. I'm taking the apple pie filling and I'm going to just put it into the bottom of the pan. And I'm not going to overfill this because we're going to put a topping on it as well. If you want to add a second can, you can. So I'm going to go ahead and add a second can in. I don't want it overflowing, and this is really personal preference as if you do one or two, and you don't want it coming above the rim. So that's it. Everything's out of the can. And I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle this with the cinnamon and sugar combination. Evenly sprinkling. Now we're going to go ahead and move on over to the mix for the topping. So what I have here is actually the butter and the sugar and the flour. I have it all pre-measured so it will be easy for us. So I'm adding this all in. That was very warm, that's why I was using a pot holder. And I'm going to mix this. Now shortly I'm going to begin cutting it. If you don't have a pastry cutter, you can use a very hard end spatula. But in this case, I'm just going to use it because it's actually working quite well. Mixing sugar and flour and butter together, we're going to make a nice topping, but you want to make sure that you get that all spread apart in the bowl so that it will make a nice topping and you'll have enough. So don't let it cluster up. Now I'm going to simply transfer this from here onto the top of the pie evenly so that it gets a nice crust when it bakes. We're not using an additional topping. And this is called a Dutch crumb apple pie. As you can see, it's minutes to make and it's outstanding when it's baked. Now we're going to bake this at 400 for about 45 minutes. It could use less or more depending on your oven, and we will watch it when the topping becomes brown and it's ready. That's how we know it's ready, brown and bubbly. We'll be back with the finished product.